In the name of Allah, the most gracious and ever merciful, exposing the Israeli Prime Minister's blatant lies. America's calculated move towards war with Iran. Our topic is one that has global significance and serious implications for peace and stability in the Middle East. The Israeli Prime Minister's proven falsehoods and America's unfolding plan to strike Iran. As most of you already know, both Israel and the United States appear determined to confront Iran militarily. Their primary stated objective is to dismantle Iran's nuclear program and install a regime more aligned with their strategic interests. In pursuit of this goal, senior figures in both countries have consistently resorted to exaggeration, misinformation, and at times, outright lies. Today, we will examine some crucial facts that expose this narrative, piece by piece. Let's begin with a very important development. On June 9, 2025, the Director General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Mr. Rafael Grossi, appeared on CNN with Christiane Amanpour. Here is a brief excerpt from his statement.
This competition about who is wrong or right about the time that would be needed. Certainly, it was not for tomorrow, maybe not a matter of years. I would there be perhaps more serious about this, and I don't think it was a matter of years. But this is speculation. Why? I go again to the beginning of my comment. These things we don't know, because if there was some activity which was clandestine or hidden or away from our inspectors, we couldn't know. What we informed and what we reported was that we did not have, as in coincidence with some of the sources you mentioned there, that we did not have any proof of a systematic effort to move into a nuclear weapon.
While it is possible that some nuclear activities could be concealed from our inspectors, we have no evidence that Iran has been actively pursuing nuclear weapons since 2003. Anyone claiming to have concrete knowledge of such efforts is merely speculating. We have not found any organized program aimed at weaponization. This statement is crystal clear, and it fundamentally contradicts Israeli claims that Iran is secretly building nuclear bombs. Israel's claims versus verified facts. Despite this, Israeli officials, led by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, continue to claim that Iran is racing toward a nuclear weapon. In fact, Netanyahu has been making such statements for over a decade. Let's look at a few examples. June 13, 2025.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few...
Netanyahu again claimed Iran was weeks away from a bomb. March and October 2015.
The foremost sponsor of global terrorism could be weeks away from having enough enriched uranium for an entire arsenal of nuclear weapons. That would place a militant Islamic terror regime weeks away from having the fissile material for an entire arsenal of nuclear bombs.
He repeated similar warnings without offering any concrete evidence. And perhaps most famously, in September 2012, he stood before the United Nations with a cartoon-style bomb diagram, dramatically claiming that Iran was just months away from acquiring a nuclear weapon.
By next spring, at most by next summer, at current enrichment rates, they will have finished the medium enrichment and move on to the final stage. From there, it's only a few months, possibly a few weeks, before they get enough enriched uranium for the
Yet here we are, 13 years later, and no such weapon has materialized. Viewers, ask yourselves, is this not a textbook example of political deception repeated for over a decade? What does the U.S. intelligence community say? Tulsi Gabbard have testified that there is no credible evidence showing Iran is building nuclear weapons. Despite this, both Israeli and American leaders continue to use these false narratives as pretexts for war. The IAEA's findings, therefore, are critical. They directly refute the claims being used to justify military action. U.S. military mobilization, a war already in motion? Let's now look at the military buildup. As you can see on this map, the United States has activated nearly all of its bases surrounding Iran across the Middle East. These are marked in red. According to reports, President Trump has finalized detailed military plans and handed them over to U.S. commanders. All that remains is the decision to initiate the attack. Here's what we know from reliable defense sources. The U.S. has deployed 30,000-pound GBU-57 bunker-buster bombs to the Diego Garcia military base in the Indian Ocean. Alongside these, 6 B-2 stealth bombers capable of flying 12,000 kilometers without refueling have also been stationed there. Since Iran is just 3,900 kilometers away, these aircraft can strike Iranian targets directly without needing mid-air refueling. Additionally, KC-46A and KC-135R aerial refueling tankers have been positioned at key bases, adding to the readiness posture. From a military standpoint, such widespread mobilization indicates only one thing: war preparation is in an advanced stage. There are unconfirmed reports suggesting that the Pakistani was invited to a lunch at the White House. According to insider sources, Pakistan has allegedly been asked to stir unrest in Iran's Sistan and Baluchistan region, a move designed to create internal pressure on Tehran. Though these details have not yet been confirmed publicly, the possibility is disturbing viewers. As we reflect on these developments, I leave you with a timeless truth: man proposes, but God disposes. No matter how elaborate or destructive the plans of world powers may be, the final outcome always rests in the hands of the Almighty. Let us wait and see what divine wisdom has in store for this region and the world at large.